Hey everybody, it's Kevin from 3D Printed Props. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Anycubic Mega Zero, and guess what? There is a coupon code in the description below, so after the video take a look at that coupon code and maybe pick one up. These are crazy cheap and I was pretty happy with it. Let's take a look. Okay, so this again is the Anycubic Mega Zero, and it is a nice little printer. We're talking about a build volume of 220 by 220 by 250. It has auto resume if it's sort of the battery down, or the power goes out. And power did go out actually at one point and started right back on up with this right here. So that was really nice that happened. Looking at my notes here, some of the things I really like about this printer are the build volume is really nice. It's a sort of an Ender sort of style size. It's not a huge 300 by 300, 400, but it's a 220. Let me look at it again to make sure I get this right. It's a 220 by 220 by 250, which still does pretty good. I printed this entire thing on here, and I'm printing the back of this helmet piece on here too. Will also fit. So you can still print some decent size things on here. I also love the sort of slimline of the power box here. It's nice and low. It's short. I mean, it's maybe 2 inches high and maybe 6 inches long, so it's really a nice form factor. I do also like the extruder very much. It's sort of like a Titan. It isn't, but it's sort of. One of the things I really love about it is the PTFE tube here in the back. And if you've got an Ender, if you've got one where your filament is mounted up here, and it goes in the bone, and it goes in the extruder, it really sort of pulls up on that and actually starts edging into, grooving into your extruder. That has happened to me before on my Ender until I switched it to like an all metal. Or you end up printing something so that it holds it, holds it out farther. But that's what this tubing does, and it's a really nice touch. I really like that. Let's see. The other thing that I find really helpful, I like the bigger sort of knobs down here when you're looking at leveling. It was very easy to level the machine. Piece of paper, of course, the usual. It does have that 4-point system that you can use. I tend to just disable the motors and then just move it around myself, but I did test it with that and it did fine. Now, the only drawback to this printer, well, let's talk about one of the huge benefit or the huge, selling points of this printer. It's $170. So it's a sub $200 printer, super sturdy construction, super easy to put together. You're seeing me putting it together someplace in this video, or who knows, I might put it at the end sped up, because it comes together almost entirely. Like the bed is totally on these rails, which is nice. It doesn't use the little sort of rollers. It's firmly mounted on these rails, and this thing is solid. So it was super easy to put together. The one drawback that might preclude you from picking this up is the fact that the bed is not heated. It is a non-heated bed. So you are kind of limited to, PLA. You might be able to do some TPU, but here's the problem. I live in a cold climate, and it is 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. And as you can see, I'm wearing a fleece because I'm in the basement. That's where my shop is. And it's cold down here. Yes, it isn't 20, but it's a good 60 degrees, if not colder. No, it's colder than 60 degrees. So the first few prints that I tried did not adhere, even though I really leveled that sucker. And then I went ahead and leveled it just a little bit more. Like I got it so that it's probably scraping a little too much, but it puts a nice bead down. I'm happy with that first layer. It's not going anywhere. But once I gave it some shots of some Aquanet from the old CVS, sprayed it on the bed, it adhered really well. So much so that when I printed the owl, we'll look at in a minute, and the mask, I had to use a scraper to get it off, and I really had to go at it with that scraper to get that thing off. So once it adheres, and I want to say it was the second print where the second print I got it to stick. So a little bit of hairspray, it worked just fine. So that is the rub. If you're looking to do something that needs a heated bed, this is not something you're going to want to pick up. You need a heated bed. You can't use this. If you're looking at PLA stuff, especially if you live in warmer climates, again though, it's cold down here. I got that to work just fine. This Red Guardian face mask, I'm putting the whole helmet on here. The helmet part will actually fit on here because it's sort of like a form-fit helmet. And that will print on here. It stuck amazingly well. I had to, use the scraper to get that up. So once you dial it in, use some hairspray or some glue stick. I don't care for the glue stick. I like the hairspray. I think it works better. At least it always has for me. And it's not as messy. And when I need a little extra hold, I've got it. It's right there. So this is doing really well with PLA. I'm very happy with it. This is an initial review. I'm going to be printing the rest of this helmet out on here and seeing how it goes. I'll be printing more and more little stuff on here, testing it out. But here's the initial review. Pretty tight printer. It printed this face mask out very quickly. Very great quality. I'm very pleased with it. There is some lining, but no more than before. This is printed at a 0.2. So if I went at a 0.1 and I slowed the speed down, which I usually do when I'm printing things that I don't really need to be printed in a hurry, that would be even finer, which I will do next time. And I'm actually doing for the helmet part. This will take me maybe like 4 or 5 days because I've slowed it down and it's a 0.1. It might take about 5 days actually. So why be in a hurry? Less sanding. I don't want to have to sand this as much. So if you're looking to pick up your first printer, or maybe just another printer to sort of bang smaller prints out on, and you don't need a heated bed, the Anycubic Mega Zero is a pretty tight printer. Now the links are below where you can pick this up, and of course I also have a coupon code for anyone who's watching to go over and pick one of these up. Now I love doing printer reviews. If you'd like to see more, put it in the description below what you'd like to see reviewed. I buy most of these printers myself, if not all of them. This was sent to me by Anycubic, so thank you, Anycubic. I appreciate that. And so maybe we'll have some more reviews in the future. So again, go in the links below and check it out. If you like this video, click like and subscribe, hit the little bell, and then you'll know when more videos come up in the future. So now I'm going to go ahead and restart, unpause the Red Guardian helmet part of this. And if you're looking at picking one of these up, if you want to pick one up for the upcoming Black Widow movie, I have it over on my Etsy page, the helmet file. It's coming in at, I think, $15. I believe it is on sale this month for 20% off if you're looking to pick one up. So let's go ahead and unpause this. Resume print. And of course, we're moving back down. And I've slowed it down a little bit because I liked the first layer to go down even slower than I set it in my slicer. And it seems, there we go. It went right back down. And we are good to go. So I'll, tweet out or Instagram out what this thing looks like, the helmet part, in a couple days. And that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.